Evening all, welcome to another ICC Banter Blitz. So let's see, it's nearly 9 PM UK time. I've got two challenges here. It's good evening to all of you. I'm going to say hi all in the chat, and let's take the first challenge without further ado. Rocky Top. Hi Rocky Top. And let's play a I'm going to try and play a closed Sicilian to spice things up here, I think, in this first game. So the closed Sicilian does voluntarily weaken d4. Funny enough, there's an interesting Magnus Carlsen interview I was listening to earlier in the day about the Stonewall being not particularly good, but Magnus says sometimes you can play openings like the Stonewall, except it's got defects, and he says things can only get better after. I thought that was quite intriguing actually, because someone asked how do they stop their kid just playing Stonewall all the time, and Magnus Carlsen said, well, he plays it, it's not that bad. So okay, I've got this like defect here in the structure, I know that, but is he going to tap into that? Is he? F6, okay, I can play knight e6. So I'm wondering if I've got time for this to hit d5 hard here. Maybe I can take on e6 and bishop h3 and rook e1. So at the moment, I think if he castles, at the moment, I think I've got knight takes d5. So this is a very interesting application of this opening, I think, because usually the plan is like f4, but when a quick d5 is played, you can switch to this plan, put a lot of pressure on the e file and the d5 square. I've noticed, well, sometimes I've noticed that in Blitz or bullet games. So yeah, the e file and this d5, that is an annoying pin, I think. The question is, well, one question is h6. Is that possible? He's letting me take advantage of that pin. I think I'm going to do it, I can't see... Oh, hang on. Is that bishop takes c3? Maybe not. Knight takes is check. So should I be worried about that? I'm hoping this is playable anyway. Now I can play knight f4, but that traps my own bishop. So yeah, I think I'll take with check here. I think, not 100% sure. I think I'll take with check. And just drop back to e3, which does guard that kind of the defective d4 square in this position. But on the other hand, a knight coming to d4 could be a tactical vulnerability in its own right. I think I'm hitting c5 as well now, and b6. I don't know if this is actually winning a pawn here, or is he going to volunteer the exchange sacrifice with b6? But I also wonder, now that he's blunted his bishop for a moment, I have got the opportunity to liberate, kind of liberate with d4. I hesitate to use that term liberate here. Actually, is it actually liberating or not? But first he's okay. Is he going to defend both pawns? Do I play d4, or is there rook ad8? Maybe d5. Okay, maybe this is possible. Maybe because of d5. If cd, queen takes, yeah, he's got things like f5. I don't want to go into a self pin. With rook d8. So I think this is okay. It's got an open fill to the centre. The centre's been opened up a bit. Yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with this position so far. Okay, let's hit this bishop on e6. Well, and the knight with this move, I think. Bit of an infiltration there. There might be bishop takes b7 to deflect the queen away from e6. So say he plays knight c6. Knight c6. there might be knight d5 actually. I've just realised something about this position. Rook d8, queen takes c6 for knight e7. This is an interesting idea, because I think I'll end up getting some material with queen takes c6 and knight e7 check. So this is a little bit on the outrageous side, but I'm positively inviting here. Rook d8. This is a little bit tactically crazy thing to do, but it seems as though I want to play knight e7. A little bit on the crazy side, I know. I know. I'm on the lookout for tactics a lot of the time. So this is a naughty little tactic. Okay, he's falling apart here. The way he's played it. He's giving me an exchange. Surely, I'll blunt the bishop and the exchange up. I don't want to lose the a pawn. I'll be mean and move the a pawn as well. And then I'll contest, get rid of his bishop pair with rook d1, bishop d4. And try and get my rooks to the 7th rank. I think that's my plan here. My scheming mind. So protect this pawn, get rid of this bishop, rooks on the 7th. Is it going to be that easy? It's usually not. Okay, can I just immediately do that? Or rook c1. I don't want an infiltration with rook c2. So given he stopped my rook d1 plan, try and get this off with bishop d4. If bishop h6, maybe f4, and then if g5, well, I can take, and then f5 is weak. This is dominating the diagonal, surely. Put my king here towards the centre. Maybe I can just get onto this e file. If I can just double the rooks, I think this is a dominating position. If I double the rooks for rook e7. Now I'll put the squeeze on over here, maybe with h5 as a threat. Try and peel open the h file potentially, given he's guarding that entry point. Have time for this. Try and open this h file, naughty h file.
Check.
Okay, rook h1. So rook h7 now is pretty dangerous. Or rook h8.
Check. Check.
I think I can. Ooh. Let's see. Rook e8 is naughty because if king takes rook h8. Oh, he's not letting me play it. Oh, I wanted to put that on the board. How can he deny me that? Okay, I'm gonna have to take another thing. Okay, there was rook e8, king takes rook h8. Knight rookie next. Hello, knight rookie. Okay. That was some naughty tactics there, I think. I tried to time my Kenko coffee a little bit earlier than usual. I don't know if that's going to make me stronger earlier and fade quicker later. I don't know. Let's see. He's playing sensibly at the moment. So I think he's more than 1250. I think he's wolf in sheep's clothing here at the moment, the way he's playing. It's not that funny. Okay. It's not that funny when I lose as well, is it? So, okay, h3, bishop takes, and knight d4. Oh, that betrays he doesn't care about his light square weaknesses maybe as much as he should do. He's giving me his defensive bishop, his left remnant light square weaknesses. Now I've got a backwards c pawn target. I think I want to double on that and torture that. I could have just taken that there. Naughty. I can still take it here, and then bishop h6. How much torture can I apply? Bishop c1, queen a5. Yeah, a little bit. It's worth doing, probably. So bishop h6, rook d1, queen a5. Oh! No, he's evicting it. He's evicting it already. I don't get a chance to win any material. That's so unfair. That's really unfair. Okay, can I hold this pawn or not? Rook c3. Okay, it'll be double pawns. Let him take his pawn back. Can I get this pawn? Okay, is that a problem, e7? Can I risk it for a moment? e7. Uh-oh. I don't like the look of these forcing moves sometimes. Okay, this doubling the rooks. Okay, what am I worried about here? What me worry, as Alfred E. Newman might say, bishop h6, bishop e3 just takes. Oh, okay, hang on. Let's fix this guy. Okay, what is he going to do? What evil plan? If only I could play bishop e3. Yeah. Oh, I'll defend this in advance. Shall I? Or defend it? I don't like the look of that, actually. I'm a bit paranoid about this. These moves like that. Okay. I've got to be on the defensive now. What can I do here? What can I do? Okay, he's simplifying. That's c-file. Can I try and get some mobility on these pawns? Yes, he's letting me have some mobility, potentially. I'm going to be losing one of those pawns now. He's got b4, this nasty pin, b4. Aha. Okay, I'll try and get the pawns mobile at the cost of the a pawn. At the cost of the a pawn. There's bishop d4. And maybe
check.
rook f2, check.
Check.
And then now have I got e3? If rook d3, e2, is that queening? I'm hoping it's queening. Well, this looks pretty good. And now what? Play the check here.
Check. Check.
I think I'm going to get his king
Check.
in checkmate soon. Where he's playing it. Yep, thanks to the game. Queedy. So my confidence hasn't been shattered immediately in this session. That's always a good sign. Otherwise I'll be pretending to be happy when in fact I like to win every single game going, because I'm greedy like that. Okay. Oh no, I'm just kidding. No, I enjoy. Of course, I enjoy every game. I just enjoy the wins better. Okay, so let's see. So e4. Come on, Quiddy. What's happening? I'm going to abort this. So he's not playing. I'm going to abort it. I'm giving him 30 seconds. Let's go on to the next one. Shamanx. That's okay. Let's try this. Let's make this a themed evening for knight c3, I think. I've had some good games with this as well. This one. Not going crazy with f4. Just playing it like a reverse King's Engine attack. Because actually it has got something very easy going for this position after protecting h3. f4, f5. Like a sort of King's Engine attack. Threatening to squish the bishop with material. It's an easy plan once you get out of the pin. Easy plan. Knight e5, there's d4 winning another piece. I don't know if knight g4
check.
Exposes my king. I'll take a walk to
check.
g3 here, I think. Carnivorous king. Can I take on g4? I'm going to go for the 3 pieces trick. Winning 3 pieces, I think. That weakens f6, so knight d5 will be knight f6. There's also queen d4 check here, forcing him to place him in knight f6. Alright, and let's just put the king back in bed over here. Go back to bed over here on h2. Okay. Now he's giving me f6.
Check.
Can I use this g file? So bishop d5 or bishop b7. Okay, or bishop d5. So this is now pinned. I'm going to take on g8. I should be 3 pieces up without too much hassle, I hope. Although you can't underestimate counterplay. Okay, thanks for the game. Zionula. Uh-oh, I think this guy murdered me last week. I have a bad feeling already. Okay, this rings a bad bell. Okay. Oh well.
Check.
Okay, I can only try. I can only try. He's going to isolate my pawn already. What have I done to him? He's isolating my pawns already. I don't want an isolated pawn. Leave my pawn structure alone. Oh, he's going to isolate it. Is there knight e6 here as a threat for bishop c5? Alright, have I got this one? Is that any use? Is there knight c6 for bishop c5 to try and fragment his pawns? Huh? If there's rook b8, there's knight c6, forking queen and rook. If he plays this, that's giving me the bishop pair. That's an annoying move. Right. Now queen h3, there's e5, I guess. And if I did this, I want to play something like... I think I want to play something like... No, I'm not entirely sure. Bishop b1, bishop g5, queen h3. Is that at all possible? Is that useful in any way? He's always got e5, hasn't he? I have facilitated moving the bishop back, getting a dreaded isolated queen's pawn here. So bishop g5, bishop e7, queen h3, e5. He's always got that. Yes. Can I do anything else? Try and create some weaknesses here. If he plays g6, if he plays, yes, if he plays g6, I'm hoping for sort of dynamic sort of play here. Rook e8, rook f7, queen h7, rook f1. If he leaves that f7, I'm protecting e3. Can I play for knight g5 in this position? I suppose there's always bishop e3 and bishop g5. I've got to move my king if I want this knight g5 to be effective. I'm going to stop this check. So king h1. And there's a... let's open up. I don't know. Ooh, decisions. Okay. a3 for bishop a2. I can sneak in bishop a2. Will that do anything at any point? Not around here, it seems. Bishop b3. He's pretty solid. What about bishop g6? Hold on a sec. Bishop g6. I expose his king. And then there's knight g5 using that pin for knight f7. I'm going to give this a punt. I believe knight g5 is strong for knight f7.
Check.
On king h8. Or here, knight g5. So actually rook d1, thankfully that's check as well. Thankfully, knight e6 is check. Maybe I need to take on... Oh, my back row's too weak. Hold on a sec. My back row's too weak. Got to be very careful what I do here.
Check.
It's got to run with checks. Oh, what is this? I guess... Oh, have I just fallen into something horrible? Queen g4, king h1. But where is this check after that? Rook d1, queen f6, queen f7, queen h7. I'm hoping I survive this counterplay. Or do I? Oh, thank you for the game. Okay, it's still going well today. I'm still haven't been cold showered yet with the cold reality of the pain of losing. No cold shower's been given to me just yet. I'm sure it will be soon. So a4, why is he distracting me with his coordinates? a4 to h5. It doesn't even make sense. There's no piece that can go a4 to h5. What is this? It's already distracting me. Now, someone played this exchange sack in an over-the-board game recently, and it wasn't very funny, I've got to say. I was lucky to escape with my king alive at the end of it. He hasn't gone for that exchange sack line. So what's happening here? Can I play knight h4? What's happening? I'm hitting g6. Okay, this is too positional for me. b4. Okay, this is a mixture. I don't know, my king shouldn't be in the center, should it? I have a feeling my king should not be in the center. At least it can go to f1. At the very least, it should be on f1 as a safety precaution. If I really want to leave this rook active over here, okay, I want the light squares marked out. So king f1, then what? King f1. Oh, he's going to rip open this f file if I'm not careful. Knight e4. Can I get away with knight e4? I want to target g6 here if he takes. I want a g6 target. Now if g5, knight f5 might be playable, because I'm holding that knight on knight takes. Whoa, I could play knight takes here to leave my pawn structure intact. This might be more palatable than, in some respects, than other things. f3, is that possible? Yeah, I'm getting a bit worried here, to say the least. I'm getting worried. What is he doing with these knights? Okay, let's nudge this one away. Is it going to f5? Okay, okay. I can get this G file opened up. Can I not? Okay, I think I need to connect my pieces up somehow. I don't know now. I'm confused. He's got to move queen h5, which is really annoying. Have I got bishop h3 or do I lose to queen h5? I'm wondering about this. Queen h5, there might be knight g2. Okay, there might be knight f5 or bishop f5. Or what about king f2? He's got e4 for bishop d4. What about bishop c3? If queen h5, maybe king f1. If queen h4, bishop e6. Well, you can't do that. So bishop c3 for a moment. Because I want to play king f2, actually. I want to get this g file to work for me. With, I don't know, queen g1, queen g5, knight g6. Queen g1, knight g6. Doesn't matter about the a pawn. I'll handle the loss of the a pawn, I think. I just want to get this g file working. Okay, so the check here.
Check.
This looks very good in some respects. Now, king f7, queen g6, king e7, knight f5, king d8, knight d6. Oh, no, that hangs my queen sometimes. I think, do I kick things off with queen g6 or not? I think I got loose pieces. I got to do something about them.
Check.
So do I just take on e8 and take on d6? Is that a way of handling this? There might be bishop h4. As long as it's not mating.
Check.
As long as bishop h4 is not mating, then knight d6 could be desirable. It dismantles the pawn chain a bit. Bishop h4, king f1. Let's see, how is he taking this? If he takes with the bishop, well, b7 is still protected. If he takes with the rook, that's with tempo. Bishop h4, king f1. There's no mating net there, is there? I'm not. Okay, this is a loose piece in the position. I don't think it can be tactically exploited just yet. Okay, here we go. Now what? I'll take this h file Maybe put my knight back to e4. Maybe rook h7 and take it from there. Rook on the 7th is good news usually. This a pawn is slightly vulnerable. Okay, I can play knight takes b7 here.
Check.
Try and get this rook on the 7th. So both rooks want to go on the 7th. There's also an idea of bishop a5. So doubling rooks is one idea. Bishop a5 here, rook b8. Trying to win this one. King e7, rook h7, rook f7. It's not quite convincing, is it? Yeah, because he doesn't lose that rook. I don't think he loses that rook. So let's just try and win these bishops instead. Maybe c5 on king c7 gives me rook h. Okay, I needed to protect that. Now, does he defend the h file? Now, if he does with rook h8, right. A naughty business here. Bishop f5 for rook c6 with bishop e4. He's got bishop h4. If he takes that, check. I'll go with this for rook c6, major threat. Rook c6, bishop e4. Okay, he's letting me do this.
Check. Check.
Get this rook, this poor rook over here. Now, get my bishop back. Oh, he's hitting my bishop. I can play the check here as well. Is that handy? Yes, it could be because of rook h6. Let's play this check first before doing anything else. Rook h6, e3 doesn't change too much. He's still pinned, although his pawn might be queening over there. Okay, his pawn might be queening over there if I'm not careful. I might have bishop d5. Let's see. e3, king d2. I end up taking here, he plays a3. I end up taking and bishop d5 just in time for a2, I think. It's getting close.
Check.
Okay, I'm hoping this is okay. If I plonk my bishop on a2, I've got a pass pawn here. Alright, what is he doing?
Check.
Okay.
Check.
That blockades that one anyway. Can I just get the rooks off? Thanks for the game. Okay, Benny wins. Benny wins. Still on a roll here. Still on a roll, just about. So Benny wins. Can be a dangerous opponent. Has been a dangerous opponent in the past. I think he's won a few times in the past. And we've had a few draws. Okay, I'm playing this thing tonight. I'm hoping it will bring some good luck, this setup. It's quite easy to play in Blitz, I think. So you're just playing for f4, f5. It's like a reverse sort of King's Engine. Can I just try and slow down his queenside onslaught? Right? If he wants to blockade the dark squares, he can have a go with knight h7. Okay, let's see. So knight h5 or a4 here. I just want to keep the solid structure there on the queen side. Maybe playing for knight h5. Right. Is there some tactics like bishop h6? Oh, I missed that one. Oh, he's just won a pawn. How can he do that to me? Haven't I got bishop h6 and queen c1, but I haven't got time for that. It would be desirable to play bishop h6 and queen c1 if I wasn't losing all the pieces in the meantime. This is handy for bishop h6 now, queen c1. Well, this is a very interesting position. What about just for queen d2? Or bishop h6? It seems I get a lot of play here. I can win the exchange and hopefully use the G file. Or maybe I'm overestimating. Yeah, I might be overestimating. He's got a very dominant position in a lot of respects.
Check.
Oh, that's not the best move on the board. Surely, I think he did a mouse slip. I'm sorry, but he had a great position. I'm pretty sure he had the advantage there. So my luck continues. Now, okay, USS Hackman. I don't know how this is said, this nickname. Okay, let's see. USS Hackman. Okay, pretty solid start to the game. Insipid is an adjective I might use. I need to look it up what it means, but I think they use that term for this opening in particular. Insipid. Okay. I'm losing a pawn already. Is that really the case? I'm losing a pawn already. I am losing a pawn already. Oh, this is now some weird gambit. Oh, I haven't played this correctly, have I? I suspect. I'm crying. I'm not crying. I've got watery eyes. But I oh, what have I done? What is this? What have I done? I wasn't paying attention to the opening sequence. Have I got some play here? His queen's hanging. If he castles bishop h2, wins the queen. That's my first point of note here. So is he giving me a bit of play? He's not going to castle here, is he? Now, if he castles, that would be bishop takes h2 time. Check, winning the queen. In fact, isn't this position interesting with the check?
Check.
Intriguing. Bishop e3, queen b6. He has got things like knight g5. I'll play queen b2 soon. That could be annoying. Except knight g5 is on f7 as well. That's the annoying thing there. So is it worth playing g6? I could just get mated instead. Intriguing. Queen h6, bishop f8. So let's imagine I don't get mated. Do I get time for this queen b6? Queen h6, bishop f8. Or, well, or bishop f8, bishop g4, trying to fracture the pawns. He's always got knight d2. Right, so the thing is, queen b6 has to be put on hold here because of knight g5. The thing is about this though, queen h6, bishop f8. Let's kick this queen immediately. It's like that, is it? Now in this position, queen b6. If knight g5, there's h6. Wait, I think he has to castle anyway, so queen b2. It's now with knight g5, h6. I think. I don't know. This is. I don't know. Am I putting my king at risk here? I don't know. Castles, queen b2, knight g5, h6, knight e4. Let's imagine knight e4 there. Rook e4, queen a1. That should be okay. It's a bit greedy. It's a bit greedy. But do I get mated? Is there proof in the pudding? Do I get mated with knight g5 or not? H6, he's got knight f7. I think h6 looks handy. I can't think of anything more. I can get this guy now. The Greek can... Oh, no, knight e4 for knight f6. If I play bishop f5 just to try and rule this stuff out, then I lose b7 after. What if I play b6 for queen a3 without losing b7? I want to play bishop f5 without... It's got knight e4 now. I think I'm getting in trouble here. I have a bad feeling I'm in trouble here because of this. I don't know, I've got these dark square weaknesses. Queen c3 is rook c1. There's queen b4, he's still on c6, his knight's protecting his queen. Bishop a6. I've always got h5 as the defense, emergency defense. Can I try and pick up a tempo with this? What do I need to do here? I've got h5. If he takes a knight g5, h5, but there's knight e4. Knight e4. Yeah, my queen's not helping over here. The king safety. So knight f6 is immediately threatening nasty stuff. I can sack an exchange. Is that what I'm reduced to doing? I can take here, check, king g7. If it takes, I take here. I don't think I'm getting mated necessarily. That would be a very, very naughty thing to consider. Would he have just knight g5 mating? h5, knight f6, king g7. Again, I don't see it. Alright. Carnivorous king, I hope. King g7. Queen h7, king f6. This is getting a bit tense. I've won an exchange. Will I get mated? I can play... I have to play an exchange sack now. This is getting very unpleasant. f5, knight g5, rook f7. My king's getting kicked around. Yeah, I don't like this. I think there's only one move, rook f7. Takes here. The king's going to walk over this side of the board. Or not. It's going to be interesting. Or not. Yeah, this is even more clinical, isn't it? Because rook f7 is knight f6. I'm doomed here. I've been a bit greedy. Yeah, he's not even allowing me this defense because there's knight f6. That's really cruel. That's really, really cruel. Okay, very funny. Oh, very funny. Oh, man. I'll just let him play knight f6 then. I've been done over. Knight f6. I've been done over. Oh, he didn't play it.
Check.
Okay, I thought that was the end there. Nevertheless, okay, game on.
Check. Check. Check.
Over here. This king walk is not really recommended, generally.
Check.
Yeah, I'm losing the queen now.
Check.
D2, yeah.
Check.
Still not
Check.
mated.
Time warning. Check. Check. Check.
I escaped with the clock there. I'm sure knight f6. If he wants to put the nail in the coffin here, I saw the nail coming into the coffin. Yeah. Let me just check this. I want to put this on record. The nail was in the coffin. Let's put it on record. I was greedy. I took some risks with the dark squares. I'm sure it's in there. Knight f6. That's the move. Knight f6.
Check.
Alright,
Check.
it's not entirely
Check.
as I thought actually. I thought it was immediately.
Check.
So it's +6 anyway. Alright, okay. I escaped there. Lucky escape on the clock. Okay, bishop mate. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. Oh dear. Gotta get the coffee down. Gotta get the coffee. Oh boy. Okay. Oh, Mr. Solid, bishop mate. Oh, the double fianchetto is brought out. The double fianchetto, hey? It's like that, is it? I'll do a double fianchetto as well. He's going to play e4 now. I've done it in such a way because I'm paranoid about having a loose piece here. So I've protected the bishop just in case. So what sort of position is this? A6, bishop A8, B5 immediately. Let's hit this pawn chain hard immediately. Knight B6, B takes. Okay, let's get these bishops off. Is he not accepting this gambit? I don't think it's particularly sound. You can just take that. Okay. I thought you might just take that. Try and hit D5 here. E6. It's a concern, I'll admit. Alright, is there knight f5 and rook e8? Can I try and get control of d4? Or can I actually... Let's see, there's counterplay, isn't there? He could install his queen on h6 and knight g5 like in that other game, yes? And then if as soon as he plays g4 here, maybe knight d4. And he's got bishop h3. Again, knight d4. I think knight d4. And there's bishop d5 here winning that pawn. If g4, knight d4, knight d4 cd. This is, well, maybe it's possible to take this. I didn't get enough frills from my king safety in the previous game, so let's be greedy again. Take this pawn, get some more frills on the dark squares. Okay, so knight d4 here. This is a classic weakening of d4 to take on f3. So knight d4. Now, can I play rook e8, a5 and queen b4, that sort of thing? So I want to encroach on the e file. I want to get the queens off. Ideally, I want to shut down the a2 pawn. If I can shut down the a2 pawn, so a5, queen b4, that hits e1 as well. Things would be looking up, I think, on queen b4, rook e1, king g2. Let's have a look at that position. Okay, maybe a5, queen b4. I like the knight on d4 here. Unless I'm getting an f7 problem, I hope this is okay. Rook e1 might be a useful simplification. I think a5 for a moment. Should I get the rooks off? There's rook e1 check here. If queen takes is knight f3. If king g2, then what? Not so clever. Is that? Oh, it's queen b7 there. That makes that sort of quite good with the knight. King h3. Isn't it just knight f3 out of interest? Yeah, I think knight f3 is better than rook e1. Although rook e1 is interesting, I think knight f3 is quite practical in winning the queen. Oh, sorry, yeah. Okay, I've noticed it now. I'm a bunny. I've just noticed it now, yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. All right, thanks. All right, Bogner Regis, Balknug, whatever. Okay, yeah, from Estonia. Now, the great Paul Keres was from Estonia. Out of interest, bit of trivia there. He played correspondence style for a bit because he lacked over the board opposition. As well, he became really good at correspondence chess as well as over the board chess, I think. So Estonia has some great historic chess players, and okay, on that trivia note, let's what is this gambit anyway I'm doing? So bishop c4, if I castle, what about if I just, I know this is a weird gambit, but the thing is, I've noticed in these positions that without the f6 knight, this could be dangerous for h7 later in the f file. So he's not going for that yet, huh? I think there's some stuff going on usually with the f file. It does look at the moment pretty solid for him though. Okay. What about the e5 square? Is that any good for knight e5? So knight e5, is that any good? What does it actually do? Okay, rook a1, knight e5. Nothing yet. h4, is that too terrible? Looking at outrageous forcing moves here and I can't see anything. H4 might be some sort of attempt at something. If he takes, there's bishop d6. If he doesn't, knight g5, just to provoke some weaknesses. Might be interesting. So he's a pawn up, but I think it's there's some attacking potential here. I somehow believe. Maybe. Okay. maybe not. I don't know. G4. G4. This is weakening my king. G4, knight H4. G4. Yeah. I'm weakening my king. I want to play H6 to get a form pawn. Can I play knight E5 here? Is it F6? Can I play knight H2 or knight D2? Knight H2 for a moment. That knight might be a liability with queen G3. Or bishop G3. Let's go here. Strengthen the center.
Check.
Oh, crikey. That looks mega dangerous. That was a quick exploitation of that diagonal. If he wants, he can take this pawn. Okay, king H7, try and get out the pin when I can. Rook F1. Oh boy. It's like that, is it? He's going to munch all my pawns. Okay, so I can try and get this H6 from earlier, and then bishop E5. That was the plan from earlier. And then, is there anything naughty going on? Bishop G7 for Rook F7. Bishop G7 here. And then maybe C4 after. So, and then Queen E3 for Queen E6. Okay, so I want to play. I blunted that diagonal. Queen E3 for Queen E6. Well, actually, Queen E2 holds C4 while I do that. Queen E2, Queen E6. Okay, D4 is held for the moment by the bishop. So I'm on E6 here, trying to cause some problems. He's been greedy here like I was a few games ago. A little bit, you could argue. But does Queen C2 come back to the action? It does, sort of, with Queen E4. So in other words, I might need to play G takes here. Or Rook B3. G takes. Let's see where this goes. There's E takes. There's D5 there. Or there's Rook B3. There's A4 there. I can fragment his pawns. Maybe it's worth fragmenting his pawns anyway. If he wants to take on C4, he gets diced pawns, I've noticed. I can take on F5 after. Might be the best thing to do, this continuation. Take on F5. Win a pawn here. Might not be end of the world yet, because he's got the diced pawns. I'm on A5, Rook A8. Rook A8, Rook E5, Bishop D6, Rook E6. Okay. Bishop E5 is not doing anything, I guess. Rook F3. No, that's not a useful square. Rook F1 then. Go for A1. It's not particularly handy. I got to admit, I got to get my king up here. Yeah. Okay, I'll get my king somewhere. King E4. At least it's protecting D4 for a moment. Right. Now, Let's see, what does he do if I do this? There's actually a d5 that could be handy later for this pawn. Right. If I get behind the pawn, I guess he'll stop me getting to a7 with king c7 or that. Okay. That's a shame. I wanted to get behind that pawn. d5 trick here. Can take with check. c3 looks yeah, desperate. I'll protect. Well, I'm opening up that diagonal. Although if my king gets to c4, then it can get to b3. With a2, oh, blunder, I think.
Check.
I've been a bit lucky in this game, clearly. Things didn't work out as intended. Clearly. Thanks. Okay, there's Nesbetinov. Hi, there's Nesbetinov 123. Let's play a knight c6. This, I've been playing this a little bit. It's like reverse what I was playing before. Just playing it with black. Oh, okay. Okay, this is like Lasker against Capablanca, St. Petersburg tournament, last round. He's given me the bishop pair. That game was a little bit unsound technically from Lasker, giving the bishop pair. But okay, let's see. Yeah, this c7 looks like torture. So king d8, bishop d7. My king's gonna have to go to c8 now. Oh, great. Bishop d7, king c8. Bishop d7, king c8. Or is there c5? c5 might be worth a punt. Knight e3, b6. There's always knight e5 after bishop e8. There's always knight g5. f6, there's always e5. f6, e5, knight d5. Maybe f6 is the lesser evil move. I'm weakening that e6. c5, knight b3, b6. Any e5, there's knight d5. Got to get out of this d file. Can I do this? I'm going to play b6 and bishop c6. He plays e5. Knight c5. Start calculating like crazy here. Or not. Bishop c6, e5. Is there anything I can do about that? The immediate g5. Is that energetic or not? Maybe just knight c6 is sufficient. Stop e5 for a moment. Except, do I want the bishop on the diagonal? That's interesting. It might be okay to play b6 and bishop e6 later. If I can stop e5, that's a concern. So rook e8, b6, bishop e6, bishop b, king b7. I thought I'd stopped it for a moment there. Oh, that was my point. To stop that move. Bishop g3, h6. Knight g3. Bishop g3 takes the g3 square, h6. How does he use that? How does he use that? Well, there's also bishop f5, bishop h6. That's annoying. Bishop f5 for bishop h6 here. Surely. This diagonal. Get a pin, bishop h6, knight d8, rook d8. So I've got some forcing moves there. This without this rook, it's not really a position to attack. This rook's out of the game. What about something like a5, rook a6, rook b6? For the moment, actually, bishop a6, knight d2. There's knight a5 as well for knight c4. Well, this clearly just wins the exchange, doesn't it?
Check.
But do I do better with well, rook d8 first, rook d1, knight a5, knight f5 takes f4. No, I have to take the exchange immediately because of f4. Take the exchange immediately. Rook d8, king c1. No, it doesn't even take the exchange immediately. Okay, bishop g4 then. Put some pain on this diagonal. So bishop takes and e takes. I think that's my principal threat. Bishop takes, e takes now. I'm playing without this rook over here. Can I play this forcing sequence for f3 check? Yeah, this looks like a painful diagonal tactically for white. Just simply f3, be winning the exchange. Well, that rook's hanging as well.
Check.
Let's check, and I can take the rook. Okay, it's knight f5 to e3. This looks, unless I'm getting mated in some horrible way, it looks quite good now. Knight, okay, knight e3 wins the rook
Check.
as well, just in case. Okay, thanks for the game. J Russell 2. Okay, I'm making this reverse King's Indian thing theme of tonight. Knight c3, whatever happens, I guess. Is J Russell 2 around? I'll give him 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Okay, I'm going to abort Silent Hunter. Hi, Silent Hunter. Alright, let's try a Tarrasch against the French. So it's the old Fort Knox variation, is it? It's pretty solid for black. So I'm going to try and mark out this e5 square. If I castle rook e1, knight e5 later, try and get a grip on e5, basically. Then, well, I'll take it from there, basically. Yeah, maybe I can try and weaken him on the dark squares, like in the Caro-Kann. With this structure in the Caro-Kann, it's often good to weaken the dark squares a bit further. So this zigzag, try and weaken these dark squares, maybe. Would help me mark out that e5 square to lock that down, that e5 square. So okay, let's try and lock down this e5. Is he going to play for e5? Yeah. He is, isn't he? I'll just get ready with c4. Could be dangerous after e4. Probably I should go ahead with this. This looks like an interesting game. Oh dear. Okay, he's going to play e5, and we're going to have all the pieces coming off, and a symmetrical pawn structure as well. Exactly symmetrical pawn structure coming up after e5. Okay. Now if he doesn't play e5, I'll play knight e5. Probably. Oh, the excitement's killing me. I'm going to play knight e5, locking down e5 from black. That means also I can play aggressively, maybe with f4, but he's going to pin that, isn't he? He's going to pin that pawn. Nope. Alright, f5 on the way. f5 on the way. There's bishop c5. Maybe I should play king h1 or not. Yeah, this taking and e5 is protected at the moment. I think I can get away with it. Bishop c5 takes. e5 is not hanging immediately, surely. So I can try and double the rooks now on this f file. In fact, rook takes f7 might be on the cards, but he's always got the check. You know, for e6 winning the queen, but he's got this check. Like if I double the rooks here, keeps them protecting each other. There's no e6 just yet or anything. Rook f8, queen c4. There's queen d5. I put this king away, queen d2, queen g4. If I played h3 instead for king h2, I prefer the king on h2, less back row tricks. There's an immediate queen f3 on f7 as well. Can I improve on that? There's f6 there. And there's queen f2 trying to win a7. That's a bit of a technical point. Double attacking a7 and f7. Is that worth it? Queen d2, rook f7. Might be worth it. f7, a7. I really want my king, I think ideally on h2 here with h3, king h2. Once this, I don't know, there's bishop c5 here. Immediately play king h1 then. I'll wait for bishop c5. Now bishop c5, he's protecting also f7. That was an interesting move. Yeah, he's also on a2 here, funny enough. I end up losing a pawn from a position I thought I was winning a pawn in a cheeky manner. Okay, let's get this dream king position I wanted. So king h2 seems somehow safer. Right, now why didn't I take on a7? It only takes on b2, right? Okay. Okay. Queen f3, queen b2 then. Bishop f4 for queen g3, for bishop h6, that's a plan. And that my rook gets trapped with g6. Although there is bishop h6 if it takes. No, there's queen g3, there's bishop g5. Just wondering about rook f6 there. Just rook f6. That should be sufficient, I think, rook f6. On g6, rook f6. That should be sufficient. Dark square play. Oh, weakness. on rook f6. So I want to play queen g3. Does this give me that pawn? I'll take that one. I still want to play queen g3. Things are looking up a little bit, I think, after this. Queen g3, g6, coming up, there's rook f6, rook g6, there's rook f6 here, queen h7. Does he really want to do that? I could test it, rook f4 for rook h4, or rook g4. Do I want to test that? Why not just rook f4 immediately? I might want to test that out. Let's see. Rook f4 up to queen h7. Is there any improvement there with the queen there? Well, there's actually the rook h4 to kick the queen out of. Okay, now there's e6, surely. Does he play queen g7? I'll play rook g6. E6 here, rook g6. Am I winning the queen? That was queen g5, rook g8. I need some preparation here or something. h4, h5, king g1. It's got rook e8. Okay, maybe e6 immediately. Can I work this out? E6, rook e6, rook e6, rook g6, king h8. In that position, isn't there in that position queen e5 anyway?
Check.
There's queen e5 in this position on king h8. Now if he plays king f7, let's try and safeguard the rook. I'm threatening now queen c7, winning the queen. Right.
Check.
Let's test this.
Check. Check.
That wins the queen. In fact, rook f5 check if he plays king g7. Okay, thanks for the game, Silent Hunter. Okay, thanks for the game. Okay, any more challenges? I'll go on to the 3-minute auto pairing for a moment then. Okay, this will be tough. Let's try this system against IM. Have interest. Pretty quick. Is he playing for bishop g4 here? Try and weaken my king. Maybe I play ball here with g4, knight g3. I think rook b7 would have been interesting. There's bishop g5 here. Queen f5, g4. Maybe. Just to keep the light square bishop going. Right, so g4. Right. My light square player is okay. Bishop g2, knight e4. It looks as though I've got a good light square grip for the moment. Knight e4, g5. Get the queens off here. He's threatening queen g3 actually. Just noticed. I think there's certain pressure on the file here. If I take knight e4, is that terrible? Right, this e file. Can I play for f6? Is that too weakening? Might be my downfall, this move, g5. Mind you, the way he's played it, it looks promising. Rook e7. Loses the exchange or rook? No, rook.
Check.
Nasty pin. There's rook e4 here, isn't there? Just cementing that pin with doubling rooks. I've got f6, f5. Don't think it matters. It's on the light square away from the bishop. Well, if I go double now, bishop d8, h4. I have bishop h3 to d7 here. Okay, two pieces for the rook. Right, f3 threatens. Okay, let's just protect that for a moment. Let's centralize, protect a2. Bishop c4, rook b7.
Check.
Bishop c4 blockade in principle. I can go for c3 next. Right. Am I worried? Bishop should be able to handle these pawns. Surely. Right. Okay. Takes, there's no g2, takes. Right. And c4, c3, d4 to create pass pawn. Right. I can just make sure he's not going anywhere with this for king e1. Yeah, where is he going? Thanks. Okay, got another challenge here. Baju, this is going well tonight. Baju. When I say going well, I've never had a session like this. This is a dream session. This is a dream. Okay, dream session so far. Okay. I'm playing a boring London system because I realised something about the London system. If you're up, you don't want to play exciting, and like on the quiz shows, you don't want to gamble all the money. So this is the low risk, consolidate the current performance with this boring London system. Okay, so castles, and it's actually not that solid. It's not that solid. What's happening here? c4, queen b2, rook b1. He's trying to win a pawn by force. So he's got dual threats of queen b2 and c4. Oh, that's not very nice. Okay, I'm going to try and do something here with this. Okay, so c4, e4. Am I getting some pressure? Is he going to take this? I'm hoping it's a poisoned pawn in some way. I got some play here, surely, with knight d6. Knight d6. rook f3 threatens bishop h7, winning the queen. But also, he's on my bishop here. Okay, so queen e2 for queen e4 is another thing to play for. These light squares over here. What are you doing? Second exchange? Yes. I don't want the exchange. It's too good for him there. Let's play for g4. I think that's more troublesome to play for g4 here. I like my knight on d6 anyway. Okay, so he's on my rook. Everything got to protect each other, ideally. Okay, here's a rook. I can use this G file maybe. Rook G2. Okay, I get a bit of time here with bishop c4 in particular. And this is coming to this diagonal. I can just take everything off and rook g1. Yeah, I think I'm going to take these guys off. And rook. Was my queen was hanging there. No, it wasn't. All right. There's bishop f6. It's ominous. For rook g3, rook h6. Do I get time for that? Do I need something quicker? What about rook g6? He's got knight d4 coming. Rook g6 takes, check, comes to d5. Let's imagine rook g3, knight d4, there's queen b7 there, in any case. So I play rook h3, rook h6, queen h3. But if he plays knight d4, there's queen b7. If he plays d2, can I get time for this? Is he playing queen e4? Trying to use the pawns. Alright, there's either rook h6, queen h3, or just queen b7 here. There's a choice. I'll go with this one. Well, I think this is mating as well.
Check.
Yeah, I think this is mating, but that, I think that was mating as well. That was a choice. Rook h6, queen h3 was good as well. Alright, thanks for the game. Night sweats. I don't know how to say that. Okay, night sweats. Hi there, night sweats. Okay, so ready? Okay. Okay, I'm going to give it 30 seconds. Otherwise, I'm again a 3-minute auto pairing. Alright, 30 seconds. Okay, let's go on the 3-minute auto pairing. I think we played this guy before, so on the 3-minute auto pairing. Okay, 3-minute auto pairing. Baju, have we played Baju before? I'm not sure. Oh, too late. Sorry, I was going to check. Okay, this is going to be a interesting game. Let's try this. trying to spice things up with this G5. It's a 3 minute. It's a 3 minute. Yeah, time control. There's almost bishop G5 is annoying. Can I do this for bishop G5? Is that too crude? He's got knight D5. I can take a knight E4. Oh, this is bishop E6. This is saying let's keep the dark square bishop surely, and just castle queenside, or even rook C8. Rook C8. Okay, I'll take here. Keeping that dark square bishop is nice. Can I just play A5 in fact? It looks as though I've got a reasonably active position. With the rook there, yeah, if I'd castled, the rook's not made use of. Undermine. Is it worth it? There's bishop D4 and knight B3 if he's not looking with a rook move.
Check.
I'm going to put my king on B8 here. So if he moves a rook, bishop D4, queen D4, knight B3 to win the queen. Let's put the king over here, I think, on B8. Is something like, oh, he's just taking it off. Wow, is it that much of a nuisance? Oh, nice square on E4 potentially. F5 is weak. Right. Rook G2 here. Knight D6, Queen C7. Maybe Rook G2's playable. I hope it's playable. Now, what is he doing actually? Is he doing Knight D6
Check.
or Queen D6? Right. I'll try and double the rooks one day, maybe. Try and double these rooks on C2. Let's see, rook F1 takes rook H5, bishop D3. I can take that. Bishop H3. If he wants to hold that knight, what is it doing? What is it doing? Okay, I'm going to take here. Try to double here. Okay, there's knight E4 as well. There's knight A4 as well. Is that mating that or not? No, I just blundered the piece, haven't I? His bishop's holding A2.
Check. Check. That was stupid. Oh, that was so dumb. <clears throat> 20 seconds. Time warning.
I was 96 now. Oh, that was super dumb. I think I had a winning position there. Oh man, that's ruined things. Okay, J Kid. Ah, the other kid then. Okay, J Kid. I think yeah, Yeah, I should have just moved the knight. I think that was weird. That was just the exchange up. But it was a 3-minute game. Anything can happen. It looked like the exchange up anyway. Maybe he had compensation. Maybe. I mean, clearly.
Check.
Okay, so d5. Okay, ed knight d5. Alright, what's happening here? Check, bishop e6. He could just castle. Okay. In which case, can I do this, or is it too risky? I don't know. It might be risky with my king sitting in the centre. So let's see. Knight d5. Well, I'm holding e1 there. That e1 square. If I castle on rook e1 here, knight d5, bishop d5. Let's see, knight g5, that's another option. Castles, knight e6, fe, that might not be too terrible. Okay, I'm hoping this is... I'm holding e1 here against
check.
Rook e1, check. Right, can I play knight e7? Mind you, this is a loose piece to worry about. I'm not sure how it... bishop d5, queen d5. Right, as long as there's a check coming in to win the bishop. Right, can I just take this guy and then bishop d6, try and avoid losing a piece here, and try and castle. The pawn has been isolated. Can I do this? Okay, I can feel some pressure here. Queen d7, unpin. Then I've got knight d5 potentially because of that trick, bishop h2. But here, okay, he's got knight e5. Can I do this? Things are running with tempo here. Is bishop d6 solid enough for a moment? Bishop d6. I seem to be on a passive foot right now. It's arguable about the bishop being better here, is it? I don't know. Got to do something about this. f7. Queen f6, knight d7 wins the exchange. This is some obscure trick there. There's queen f4, queen h2, king f1. Right, c6 runs into d5. What is it? Maybe there's c5 there. In which case c6 could be handy for queen c7, protecting f7. Okay, I'll give this a shot. Queen c7 looks like a classic. Trying to loosen the knight with rook e8 coming up, and c5 for cd. Trying to loosen this knight. I'm protecting f7, I hope, enough. I just want to play c5 here. The knight's kind of pinned with check there at the moment. Is c5 playable here, or is there knight f7? Unfortunately, I think there might be knight f7. Can I not just take that knight and take the pawn? Yeah, this seems more clear cut than playing c5, allowing potentially knight f7. Seems a bit safer. This position. I'm not entirely sure about that tactic. Knight f7. It's my loose rook on e8 was exposed sometimes. Okay, so here f7 is still a problem. Back row is still a problem. What about g6, king g7? If he plays rook e3, what about queen d6? Right, can I just drop back to c7 for a moment? How do I arrange things here? He's weakening himself a bit. Let's just do this because I don't know. G6 seems a bit more committal in this particular position. Right. Can I take this file? If I get to play rook d8, I'll take the file control. That gives me queen d5 after. Alright. Okay, g6 might be palatable here. Rook f6 threatens rook g6. Now the check here, I can either get the queens off or pin the rook.
Check.
Surely.
Check.
Okay, now stop minority attack happening. And get my king to the centre. Oh, maybe here. Right. Get some space. Fix the pawns. I don't want him to have a pass pawn. I'm going to pawn here with f5. I'll try and get a pass pawn over there. Or in fact f5 immediately here. If rook f3, that's the snag. I'll try and get a pass pawn over here. And stop that king. Right, rook d3 looks good. Right, can I improve the position with a4? Nope. I'll do this.
Check.
Draw.
Let's play a bit. King d4 now. Slow him down.
Check. Check.
Alright, thanks for the game. Baju. I don't think we played Baju. Did we? I'm not entirely sure. I'm not sure we did. I could quickly check. Oh, we did. Sorry. Okay. Alright. Another shot then for Baju. Okay. Something energetic here, like a dragon or something. Dragon's usually a bit of fun. So, is he castling queenside? Okay. Maybe there's knight g4 or quick d5. Quick d5 is one way. Yeah. Okay, so alright, rook c8 for knight c4. Or b5 b4 here. Speed is of the essence. See how this is going. B5. If he plays G5, he's closing up the lines. It might be interesting, but doesn't he want to open up things? Yeah. Okay, I've got to keep things closed. Maybe F5 radical measures needed. Oh, I'm getting in trouble. Okay, I need a tempo here. My king's shaky. Pretty shaky here. Have I got rook h6 to g6? That's pretty sad. I'm in the emergency defense here. What about, I don't know, he's got king h7, rook g8. There's knight e4 here, queen d4. There's a knight to f6. I can get really hacked. Yeah, okay, what about, okay, I'm taking this guy for knight f4, I think. Either knight to f4. There's a tempo, knight f4. Queen d4, e5.
Check.
Tempo. Right. I can get another tempo with queen c7. Is that handy? Might be. For queen c5. If it takes, there's knight e2. Okay. I think queen c5 anyway here. He's got to hang around d3 because otherwise knight d3, queen c2 is mating. So what does he do? Queen f3? Well, there's knight e2 here if bishop takes, queen c2. Knight e2 forcing move. I've been looking at some Morphe games recently. Knight e2 looks like a crushing forcing move. Forking king and queen if takes, queen c2.
Check.
Stronger than knight d3 because he can play queen takes protecting c2. I thought his attack was pretty quick for a moment there. Yeah, I thought that was getting shaky. The dragon is a bit shaky. Thanks, Virtuoso. Virtuoso. Okay, so Virtuoso rings a bell. I think I've lost him in the past. The avatar rings a bell. Okay. Playing this closed Sicilian, waiting for a d5. Oh, okay. In this case, then f4, f5. Because it seems okay. Let's play h3 as well, just in case this is a nuisance. Does he want a castle here? I like the feel of this position. It's got a sort of steamrolling effect to it on the king side. Like knight g3, king h2, rook g1, bishop f3. I'm sort of playing on the g file here. Can I use the g file? As long as d5 is kept under lock and key, I think that would be good. So knight g3, king h2, rook g1. Maybe f5 immediately. Weakens the e5 square. Is it worth doing that? I'm not entirely sure actually. I could wait for queen d7, that would be nasty, f5. If he plays queen c8, that looks awkward. What's the idea, bishop e6? Is it to play d5? Is it just the tempt me to play f5 to weaken e5? Keep things locked over here for a moment. I've got to worry about this tactic, knight g4. If the bishop was there, knight g4, queen h4 is almost a winning tactic. Now in this position, can I not get a stranglehold on d5 with f5, knight h5? I'm going to try that. Although that loses c2, do I take on... Okay, I'll take f first. Maybe there's another way around this. Knight f4, knight h5, then knight d5. Lock down the queen side. So knight f4, knight h5. Try and get d5. He's got bishop c6. Got backward pawn now. Okay, he's not going to exploit the backward pawn that quickly. Interfering with the c file. But knight h5, knight f6, queen g4 for knight h5. Alright, let's see what's happening here. Trying to keep control of d5. Trying to keep the queenside pawns solid. Knight f6, knight h5, bishop g5, queen g4. Is a5 worth it? Okay, fascinating. I'll try this.
Check.
Okay. Don't tell me d5 is happening. I'll threaten mate. He's got a pretty solid position. I'll try and stop g6. There's knight f6 there. That seems... Well, knight f4 immediately. Threatening knight g6 and queen h4. Maybe that's better. If he wants to give up the dark square bishop, I've still got some pressure there on rook f4. Okay, so queen h5 threatens queen h7 for rook h4. Yeah, queen h5, he's got g6. fg is fragmenting the pawns. Next cheapo then, queen h7 for rook h4. Whoa! Whoa! Does this work? Hold on a sec. Rook h4. Is that mate? Pawn's holding the exit square.
Check.
Thanks for the game. Okay, so parallax. Parallax. Okay. Is he going to play Scandinavian like this, or is it going to be a gambit? I've got this interesting idea from Watson, b4. How does it go? a4 after. Oh, he's not accepting it. The idea is bishop a3 and bishop f8. Okay. I've waited several years for this, and still no one's gone for it in the Blitz. I had a draw once in the Blitz game of it. Okay. Doesn't say much about it. Okay. Anyway. Let's see. So bishop e2. a4, a5 or a4, b5. I'm going to use this pawn for some sort of light square attack now that he's not taking it. Making him regret not taking that pawn. Okay. What's happening here positionally? a6. Could be useful for this diagonal. Right. Now, curious position. Maybe a knight on c4 would be good. Get a knight to c4. I think bishop d6, I think just h3, avoid weakening squares. So get a knight to c4. This looks like an attacking position of sorts. Maybe f4 is justified, or is it too weakening? Knight d5. Okay, it might be useful. F4. I could go crazy. F4, G4, G5. What does it do? Knight D5, Queen H5. Just weakening myself. Rook F3 to G3. This bishop looks naughty on B2. So Rook G3. There's F4. I'll take. There's Bishop E5 to throw in. Gives me time for Rook G3. There's F6 after that. There's Queen G4. G6. What about simply Knight E5 instead? You could play D4, shutting down my bishop. Knight C6. Looks like it's winning material there. Rook D7, Knight E7. No, that's not winning material. He's just shutting down my bishop. Is Bishop E5 worth it? I'm going to calculate this again. So Bishop E5, Queen moves somewhere, Rook G3, F6, Queen G4, G6. I don't even know if this is. There must be a simple way of playing this. Okay, I'm going to let him shut down the bishop. He'll give me the C4 square back again. It's not the end of the world if he shuts down the bishop. I think this Knight C6 is a menace anyway. Can he really have that position with that pin? D4, Knight C6, Rook D7. He's got a massive pin there on E8. That can't be enough to shut down the bishop. Let's see. I'm threatening also Rook G3. Okay, so Rook G3 here. Maybe some pressure emerging. Queen G4. If I unpin Rook F1 after, maybe it's not doing anything. This might not be doing anything. Right, it's shutting down my bishop. Don't want to get too short on time. Yeah. There's Knight G6. This is not looking great now. Knight G6. Knight G6. No, I shouldn't have. I don't know. Okay, it happened. It's horrible. Yeah, he's winning a pawn. He's winning a lot. He's winning a lot. Knight E5, I think, just wins. Because then he'll be winning my queen. There's that as well. There's F6 to follow. Yeah, this has turned into a disaster zone. This game is a disaster. Maybe I should have, in retrospect, played Bishop E5 when I had the chance. Try and do something. F5. So he's winning an exchange, winning a rook. It's a nightmare. Maybe there's something to do. F6.
not threatening anything. I'm not really threatening anything. Okay, so it's a rook down, yes. He's a bit slow though on the clock. Come on, he's got a minute to finish me off now. It seems a bit slow on the clock. So yeah, I'm taking that. Okay, so bishop b2 or bishop d2.
Check.
Nothing much to do here, is there? Nothing much to do. Knight f2, the rook d2 there. It's not falling for anything either. Is there queen d7 here? Oh, nasty pen. Oh, it's got really nasty. Oh, let's take this pawn. Down to 20 seconds. Is he going to panic? Any panic for him? Scared now.
Time. Check. Check. Check.
Oh,
Check. Check.
that's so unfair.
Check. Check.
Oh, unbelievable. Okay, no, it's not unbelievable. I'm pretty sure. I mean, seriously, what sort of position was that? Here. Was it winning? Did I just screw that up? There's bishop e5. There's queen d7. That's not good. Rook g3. There's knight g6. Maybe it wasn't winning. It's like e3. Just equal. Okay. 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 A few bullet games now on the 1 minute auto pairing. Oh wow. Play this. It's quite annoying. Oh no, 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 not there, you moron.
Check.
Ah. Okay, is that... This is hopeless, isn't it? Great, great, great. Okay. F7 drops. Yeah. Yeah, this is not good at all. But it goes. Getting mated. This is a great way of getting mated. Oh man, how to get these atrocious bullet games? How the bloody hell do I get these? Sorry, pardon the French. How do I do this? I mean, is it how? It's some doing to do this. It really is. It really is some doing to do this. I mean, okay. I'll try and redeem myself. Okay, the same guy. Can I play a solid London system? See how he reacts. Okay, better in the game anyway. Oh come on! I'm just losing a piece here. Oh boy. Okay. 93. Okay, anything, create some weaknesses, or not.
Check.
Okay, no weaknesses apparently. And he's ahead on the clock.
Time
this is going well. 17 to 23. Oh, F5. Or that.
Check. 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 Check.
Oh come on! I can't. I don't believe this. I pre-move and I lose by. Jeez. I swear I don't know what this is. Okay, all right, okay, cool. I think this will be the last game. Okay. This should be. Oh. Okay. Might be good. Alright, 94 F3. Or just try this G file attack. Alright, knight F6 coming up. There's F7 here.
Time.
Which does it do anything? Queen F6. Oh, no, it doesn't do anything. Of course, it doesn't do anything. It just loses a pawn, and I'm down on the clock. Can I move a bit quicker than the other game anyway? Try and move a bit quicker.
Check.
Without losing everything.
Check. Check.
I think I'm playing against Bullet Pros here. I think that's the problem.
Check.
Yeah, I'm playing against bullet pros. I think that's the problem. And it's the end of the session. All right, I think I'm going to cut my losses, and I'm just going to accept I'm no good on bullet here. Okay, I'm ending here. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the thing. Finish here. Okay, I think I'm waning or something. I don't know. No excuses. I think I'm cutting the losses now. So have a good weekend. Hope you enjoyed it. 1 fun, 10 boring. If you want a quick vote, or if you want to vote, I hope you found it fun. Anyway, I just okay. Bullet's not my thing at the moment. All right, I think we're ending here. You know, sometimes it's my thing, but okay. It's just it depends who you get, doesn't it? Okay. Is my co-producer, he's fallen asleep or something? Okay. Yes, has he fallen asleep? Hi there. Okay, I think we're ending here because I don't want to lose any more bullet games. Not for the moment. It's gonna happen. Okay. Okay, remember to likes are appreciated. Yeah, likes. Likes are really welcome. Yeah, if you want to thumb up the video, it helps ICC promotion and stuff. So yeah, remember to like the video if you got something out of it, got a kick out of it. I think there was some fun games, weren't there, that I didn't totally like fall to bits in. I hope anyway you found some of them entertaining at least. And okay, I'm going to say, where is he? Hi. It's 11:05 PM UK time. Okay, I can play one bullet game. Maybe he's gone somewhere. I'll play one more. Can I actually end on a high? It's very unlikely, but okay. Let's say he's away for a few minutes. I'm going to just try one more. Let's just try. Can I actually beat anyone on the bullet auto pairing? It's someone theoretically, from the rating point of view, that I might have a chance, good chance, theoretically. Let's just leave the knight hanging here. This isn't good. Okay. Alright, bishop e4, c4. If I take on b7, b4. Right, so this is okay, I think. In some sort of aspect. Trying to work out what sort of aspect is this okay. Let's not hang the rook in a hurry. Yeah, he seems mega solid. This is, I don't know, trying to break down b6 at the cost of a pawn. Have I got lag now? No, has he got lag? Okay, is he thinking about winning this pawn? Right, have I got a5, c5? Something to worry him about b6 here. Anything to worry him about b6? He's got a frozen, I don't know, we've got his clock's freezing. a5, knight a5. This is going to be a long bullet game. Alright, okay, let's just try one more. Let's not lose the bishop immediately with bishop c5. Oh, let's just lose d5 instead. Okay. Alright, it's worrying me a bit. Rook e3 here. Okay, that's good.
good news. Okay, I'll finish this game then, and I'm going off. Okay, is there knight b3 for d4? Try and get these pawns going. Oh, he was just winning d5 there if he wanted. Oh, there's rook e7. This looks really horrible. Unless I've got c2 or something. Have I got... I'll take this guy. My passed pawns here, are they dangerous or not? Can I do anything with them?
Oh, again I lose on time. I can't take it. I can't take it. We're ending here. We're ending here. I'm just too slow. Okay. All right. Thanks. Okay. Another time. Maybe one day I'm going to win a bullet game. All right. Thanks. All right. I'm ending here. Cheers then. Thanks so much.